Oh, my goodness. I got to take the kids to this. How about this? The one and only Monster Jam rolls back into U.S. Bank Stadium February 7th and 8th. And we've got your tickets in. Check out the contest page, KFAN.com, to see how you could win a family 4-pack of tickets to the February 7th show. It's KFAN.com, keyword contest to enter today.
All right, covenant cleanup provided by nobody.
Oh.
But it's a significant covenant cleanup. I mean, I got media relations people from the Wild texting me. I got corner office people texting me. We did clear up my L.
Yeah.
All right, the Iowa Wild and Jake Lucchini and his Milwaukee Admirals, they're very much playing tonight in Hastings.
They are, yes.
Okay, so there's the covenant cleanup. Organizers, everybody else, muy mal. My apologies. I made a mistake. But it was an honest mistake because here's the origin of my steam. And I'm just being straight here, okay? So 2026 is the year of catching strays, right?
Yes.
Well, the flight attendant's about ready to catch one.
All right.
So told you I'd make you laugh. No, I'm not making this up.
Okay.
So the flight attendant flew what's known as a turn yesterday.
Yeah.
All of our pilot friends and flight attendant friends listening now.
You know what a turn is.
You're all smiling. This is your moderate chop leader. A turn is you leave from here, you fly a bunch of YAs to Phoenix.
I thought it was what Quinn Hughes did last night, dropping it off to Capri Sun.
that was a spin of soda.
Las Vegas, turn around.
Yeah, so it was the flight attendant informed me last night when I got home from the Timberwolves game because I know somebody on the Milwaukee Admirals, Jake Lucchini. He was in the Ottawa, the Penguin system, played at Michigan Tech with Jake Jackson, who I know quite well, and so therefore I was pondering going this evening. But I was talking about it a little bit, and the flight attendant told me, well, I heard the game was off. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. And I had forgot what the source was, but I have the source. So who put that L on you and subsequently put that L on me? The hockey team on my flight, an Arizona team, the Dry Heat Hockey Club. What's the Dry Heat Hockey Club? And I mean, they told the flight attendant there ain't no game. Flight attendant tells me, I tell the crowd.
You got to be very careful with your sourcing. The sourcing.
Well, I'm trying.
It's a bad game of telephone.
2026 is the year of catching strays, and it also is greatly elevating the journalistic integrity of 9 to Noon. So therefore, I started trying to be newsbreaker guy. See what happens? I mean, who do I think I am? Doogie? No. So that was the origin of the L. The Iowa-Milwaukee game and everything else associated with HDM20 today and through tomorrow is very, very much on. And
it is.
And in fact,
it's going to be on the fan, too.
Yeah, if I were you, I would, if you thought you were going to go with 2 people, go with 10.
Please.
And just, and if the tickets are $15, just give them 30.
It's tonight?
Yeah.
Bundle up, 5 p.m.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be warm on the way there. So
puck drop at 5, and then at the conclusion of Bumper to Bumper, you will get to hear Zach Halverson and Parker Fox on the call as part of Hockey Day Minnesota here.
There we go.
Fan.
So everything is on. All right.
Everything's on.
Everything is on with Hockey Day Minnesota.
Good clarification.
Boy, tough economy up in this thing, isn't it? Holy cow.
Smoking ban.
A smoking ban. Nobody here on a feel free to show up when you want Friday.
Yeah, tumbleweeds blowing down the hall.
Well, I thought I missed a paid holiday, taking it off.
I always wonder
I had to get into work day to look at the paid holidays. Hey, did I miss one today?
I always wonder that when I walk through, I'm like, I'm thinking,
after you avoided the tumbleweeds blowing through here.
It's crazy. I'm like, is there anybody? Hello?
That's a good economy, though.
Hello?
Yeah. Everything's going beautifully for all of us.
Everything's perfect.
No doubt.
Any more Viking subjects you want to talk about?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we would like to spin the metaphorical wheel or put the cards in the air and wave our hands like we just don't care and do something called dealer's choice.
Yeah.
And the choice of this dealer is going to be this. It involves the Minnesota Vikings offensive line coaching situation, as you wrote about. and I'm going to say sadly, and I know it's a business thing, but I happen to be fond of Chris Cooper.
Yeah.
Personally, couldn't explain how he orchestrates the counter tray. That's not my pay grade, but as a guy and like with 9 to noon and stuff, super cool. Really enjoyed him. But he's no longer the offensive line coach. So what is the situation?
Yeah. For what I know, the Vikings beginning at, this news became official Saturday. Beginning this week, they were pretty aggressive in designing a list of candidates, and interviewing candidates. It's also somewhat challenging because some potential targets, are they going to be retained by their team? So there's a lot of moving parts with this. Couple names who I have heard. Dwayne Ledford has been the O-line coach in Atlanta. Stefanski got the job, hired Bill Callahan.
Callahan goes where Kevin goes.
Yeah. He's been a legend in the business.
Right.
Dwayne Ledford is really highly thought of in the business. So he's a name who I have heard. Another one I've heard is Frank Smith, who was the OC in Miami with Mike McDaniel. He's been in the league a long time. He was an assistant with Aaron Cromer back in New Orleans years ago. He was.
So did you just want to be the first to get names out there with this segment? Because nobody's heard of Ledford or Smith.
No, but I guess I will say this. I think this is a very big hire for Kevin O'Connell and for this team. And I also think, tangentially related, for this person to really have an impact, it's going to be incumbent upon the synergy from the staff to be really, really good. Kevin O'Connell is going to have to listen to this person's wants and wishes and design of the run game. I think it's a really big hire, and I really see it as a potential game changer for what they do offensively. So that's what I'd say. But those two names are two I've heard.
Yeah, and with Ledford, I'd like to know, all right, so you start 99-2000 with the Niners. You coach in the NFL through 2006. But then you leave and you go to Chapel Hill, and you you become the assistant strength and conditioning coach. There's nothing wrong with that. Great job to have in the NFL. Then after that, you end up in Frankfurt as an offensive line intern, but you got to start somewhere. So you're with the Frankfurt Galaxy for a couple of years.
Yeah, he was at NC State, Louisville.
Well, yeah, but before that, he went to Sanderson High School in North Carolina. So, I mean, we were in the NFL, then we're in high school. We're coaching high school. And then after that, App State, NC State, Louisville, then the Falcons, 2021 through 2025.
Arthur Smith.
There we go.
And him are really, really close. Arthur brought him.
It's a fascinating run for this young man.
Yeah, he's and the players down there really liked him. Again, everything in the industry, you hear a lot of good things about him. So we'll see on that situation. But I from what I understand, the Vikings are they know it needs to be a really good hire. And so that's one of the subjects. But the coaching thing right now, and we got into it with Chad a little bit, there's so much
subterfuge.
Subterfuge, yes, but there's also so much movement. If they get hired here, who are they bringing with them there? Who replaces them there? And then what is that? It's like musical chairs. There's a lot of dynamics with it. That's why it's very fluid.
New England, Denver, who wins and why? Find out next.
The Minneapolis Home and Remodeling Show, presented by Smith, Cole, Stucco, and Stone. It's January 30th through February 1st at U.S. Bank Stadium. You can plan your visit and save on tickets. Just go to MinneapolisHomeandRemodelingShow.com.
The handoff, Walker. Now the Patriots with a first down and 10 from the 2. May drops back in the end zone. Checks it down. Catch by Ramondre Stevenson. Running room to the 20. 25, 30. Left side 40. Outside the hash mark. To the 50. Eventually caught on a 48-yard catch and run.
Big boy's back. Big boy's back. The New England Patriots versus Jarrett Stidham, quarterback for Sean Payton's Denver Broncos. The New England Patriots take to the road. I believe it's a 2:30 boom from Empower at Mile High. All those kids inebriated on dispensary provided marijuana are going to be all crazy for the boom with New England and Denver. The Patriots are favored by 4.5 points. The over-under is 42.5. The money line New England is minus 245, and it comes back Denver plus 210. Who do we like? Which way would we bet? And, the low hanger here, which matters, is Stidham at quarterback for Sean Payton's Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think about this one?
Nordo, I'm curious what you think.
Well, I'm going to start with this. So the Stidham thing is a problem for Peyton and his team. I get that. And he hasn't thrown a pass in a very long time, et cetera. We've spent all week hearing about that. I have to say that Drake May, in his first 2 playoff games, and as good as he's been this year, and a factor as part of all these W's, I think Drake May has been very mediocre.
How dare you say that about the kid from Chapel Hill?
Super controversial. The at times, whether in the team they're playing, in this case the Texans with Anderson and Hunter last week, they have a massive say in this. But are you kidding me with how overmatched the rookie O-linemen that have helped them get there, Campbell and company, I think it's Jared Wilson, their left guard, and Bradbury, how overmatched that O-line looked at times last week.
Campbell said his problems.
Again, one of the best defensive fronts in the NFL, totally get it. And Drake looked out of his freaking mind at times and completely unaware of where it was coming and when it was coming from a blitz standpoint. The fumbles, the mistakes. They have 5 turnovers in their 2 playoff games. They have survived with very effective in moments play scheming to get Ramondre Stevenson. I played that catch and run. One of the more beautiful throws you will see from Drake May was the touchdown to Hunter Henry in the first game against the Chargers. You played an impotent offense in the Chargers, defense winning the day, and a bunch of turnovers in your own right with the defense against C.J. Stroud. For me, this weekend at home, if you're giving me plus money, I am all in on this taking place.
Stidham's in the gun. Burton, the fullback, to his right for protection's sake.
The best.
6-man rush. Stidham climbs the pocket, throws on the run, pass caught, strike thrown. That is Lil Jordan Humphrey, spins away, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Here we go, 20. Lil Jordan Humphrey, 15, 10, 5, to the goal line. Touchdown, Denver. 54 yards.
Oh, beautiful.
Stidham to Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Wait.
Found that from like 2 years ago.
What? That's really Stidham to Lil Jordan Humphrey?
May have been the last touchdown pass he threw in the NFL. Yeah,
I thought you cut something together there and like took Bo Nix's name out of it.
No, that was late 23. Yeah, like New Year's Eve or something.
Wow.
So I just, and it's not me being a fan of Peyton or any of that. I like George Payton.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of the other Peyton.
I got you. But you're a fan of money.
For him to manage a game at home, Stidham or no Stidham, doesn't matter to me. That defense can present the same problems that Drake May had some troubles with last week. If they can get that run game going that we didn't see nearly as much as we should have in that Bills game, that could have made that a lopsided affair if they could have gotten McLaughlin and Harvey going. And you're giving me +2? Yeah, I mean, the Broncos, I would bet, and I will be betting that they're going to go to the Super Bowl and win that game.
I'm not mad at that opinion at all. I mean, it's plus 2-1, which I'm always a fan of. The coach is elite with the offense.
He is.
For part of the game, and then there are corrections, but then he corrects and finds single coverage. And as I said earlier this week, Stidham is sneaky good. Okay, Stidham has some sneaky good things about him where just they're going to squeeze out of it whatever they can. My biggest concern here, if I'm on the Broncos, actually is not Stidham. It is the Broncos' running defense. All right, James Cook, he could have gone for 200 if they kept running.
This is a good call from you.
I mean, we're talking about like he gets the ball and nobody touched him for 4 yards.
Yeah.
So Stevenson and Henderson is a thing. And Ramondre's very, very hard to bring down and faster than people think. That is spot on. I got Ramondre on a big game this weekend.
They have not stopped the run that well of late. It's a very good point.
Why are you acting like I just rolled off a turnip truck?
No, that was like, no, that was something that like, he's just
like I'm some bow weevil sitting on a stump bragging to a dog in heat. Just because I was at the Wolves game last night doesn't mean I work in the NBA.
No, like it's not, you know this, like people talk about quarterback, but like run defense is probably not the most sexy radio. So I was just like, you're all over it.
You know what an offensive line coaching is.
No, you're right. But to me, it's a really important thing.
They gave up $1.80 to the Bills.
I like your take there a lot.
Can you imagine if Sean Payton is able to get through this with Jarrett Stidham, just the amount of, I mean,
he'll pat himself on the back so much so that he'll pull the other one out of the socket.
Don't worry about accolades nationally. He will handle all of those himself.
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
You doubted me.
I think the Patriots, for me,
they should win the game.
They are.
If they win the game, who's going to catch the stray from Peyton? I mean, they're going to be flying all over the place in the year of the stray 2026.
The Patriots, Mike Vrabel, their defensive line. If Carlton Davis doesn't play, I am watching that. Ooh. I believe he had a little concussion in that game. But the Patriots, for me right now, I think they can win the whole thing. Mm-hmm. The offensive line does scare me a little bit, but I believe too much in Vrabel, Drake May, and that defensive line.
And Drake May I'd love to have Drake May on the Minnesota Vikings. It'd be great.
I think you aren't the only one.
Well, he's a what do you mean? He's a fantastic quarterback. But it is a significant drop in class from Josh Allen to Drake May. So therefore, you look at what Denver's defense just had to focus on. Well, I'm not saying if the defensive playbook's 100 pages, you're cutting 50 out. But you don't have to worry about certain things with Drake you do with Josh.
You think it's significant?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, Drake May's MVP conversation guy this year. I mean, the minute the schedule comes out, Josh Allen's favored to win the MVP every year.
Well, and it took, just an unbelievable mountainous level of bad coincidence, poor ideas, the fumble before half. Really Josh Allen played one of the more irresponsible games he's played in several years.
Got the head coach fired.
And they were still at the wire. I would agree. It's a step down to Drake for sure.
Well, it's a step down. Maybe it's not significant.
Well,
that's a great call by you.
No.
Yeah, terrific call by you, actually. Being able to analyze quarterbacks in the AFC, and you're a beat writer in the NFC, that's next level.
I said, wow, that's spot on.
You kidding me?
I knew you.
No, you said actually that's why'd I have to get an actually?
I wasn't meant like that.
Yeah, let me go ride in the cold in my turnip truck and sit in the back, okay? All right.
You said, what do you think? I'm an NBA announcer?
Yeah, I was at an NBA game last night. I guess that's all I know is how to talk about Isaac Okoro defending Anthony.
Well, next time I talk about Kirill Kaprizov, he said, well, actually.
You were great. Okay, we're going to let Nordo's tout just stand as the unified opinion here.
I agree.
Because I like how he formulated that thing, and it's the from my experience.
I don't agree.
Being racetrack raised, okay, is sure. If you take New England minus 245 and you put 24.5 dimes on it because it's the easiest $10,000 I've ever made in my life, why isn't it as Jarrett Stidham? Okay, cool. Taking road favorites, including big favorites this time of the year, is how people go broke. So if you get a 1 seed at home plus 200 or more, that's almost an in the blind every single time.
I can't stay away from it.
Because you're going to win 6 or 7 of them, which means subsequently you're going to profit.
I'm usually a trenches and a quarterbacks guy.
Well, you always have been.
I've been saying that for years.
You and Cody Alexander.
And the Broncos have the better trenches, but the Patriots have the better quarterback. So this is tough for me.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. What about your Super Chickens and the Rams? We'll hit that one to close 9 to noon and the feast after this.
Hey.
You're listening to The Fan.
I can't wait until tomorrow.
The handoff, Walker, he's coming back to the right side. He's going to score! Touchdown! Seahawks! Ken Walker, the third, skips in around the right side. Great blocking. The Niners haven't stopped it yet. His third touchdown of the night. Ken Walker, I think, might get a game.
That's some holy catfish terrorism right there. Kenneth Walker into the end zone 3 times. He hits the trifecta, and the 12s were the ones cashing the tickets. Welcome back 9 to noon in deep stretch. The Rams are at the Seattle Seahawks. Lumen Field, the destination. It's the final conference championship game of the 2. The Seattle Seahawks with Sam, the man who used to be on The Fan, are 2.5-point favorites. The over-under in this game is 46.5. The Seattle Seahawks are minus 150 to win the game with no points involved. And Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams are plus 130. Nordo is a functioning toutaholic.
Yeah.
And he gets first call on this one. Give it to us.
Well, I figure if we're going to go stupid on one, we might as well go stupid on the other.
Matthew in the gun, 3 left, 1 right. Takes the shotgun snap, sets the laces, lobs the ball, end zone. Puka's got it. Touchdown Rams. Matthew Stafford to Puka Nacua, a pair of first-team All-Pros, and they strike first on Wild Card Weekend.
Admittedly, I just wanted to play a Puka till you're satisfied.
Whatever it is.
The Seahawks have ran for $172 a game over the last 4. Now, 2 of them are against the Niners, but they did include one at Charlotte against a formidable Panthers defense, and they did so on a crazy Thursday night game affair against said Rams. The key to that, though, is that we were all looking, okay, big spot moments for Sam Darnold. When is he going to step up? Well, he hasn't been terrible. And against the 2 in a row now against San Francisco, he hasn't turned the ball over. That's actually the longest stretch the Seahawks have gone all season without any giveaways over the course of a game. So he's not turning the ball over. They're not asking him to be spectacular. They're running the bleep out of the ball. And they're finding their way to victories. And they're at home, and they're favored. And this is going to fly in the face of a Rams defense that just gave up $160 to the Bears and Monangai and Swift and Caleb Williams getting loose. I think this is, battle of QBs. You mentioned you're a trenches and QB guy, Alec. In this case, I'm a coach guy and a spot guy, and I'm a seasoned and trained guy, and that's a McVay guy. And I just think that one way or another, you're not going to hear Ken Walker and now Charbonnet with that injury. That matters in this game. I think that you're not going to see them get loose for $170. You're going to ask more out of Sam Darnold. And if I am then transitioning to being a QB guy, I like the MVP caliber Matt Stafford against the Seahawks this weekend. I am picking. I'm going to go money line and money line. Give me 2-1 plus $120 to the positive on the Rams this weekend. Home dog, road dog, Super Bowl in front of us in Santa Clara. That'll be the matchup.
He has the dogs barking.
Let's go.
Listen to him. Dogs barking on the road. In the guise of the LA Rams.
Where do you find those sounders?
I was just wondering,
same place I found the spinning wheel we needed for Dealer's Choice the other day, but it ended up being what goes up must come down. No, not that spinning wheel. The song I found it. I can't say it's very sneaky. It's very rare that I come up with things in this system that you don't know about.
Rams, Nord, I'm with you. I just am.
Sweet.
Their defensive line in this game, I think will play with such an edge. Not that the Seahawks defensive line won't, but when you're talking Verse, Turner, Fisk, Byron Young, these guys they are going to be humming off the ball. So if a big game from Sam would be, I would enjoy seeing it, but I'm with you in every step of the way. The proven coach coming off the spot against the Bears where you didn't feel phenomenal like that. That's
like they just survived.
He did.
Bears
and after the game, after the game, he was disgusted with himself for the plan. So it's Rams for me. Just is.
Okay. Courtesy of a parlay calculator I just found online. For that,
these are always accurate.
They are. For the dogs barking, okay, plus 150 and plus 210.
What can you get?
100 profits you $675.
6.5 to 1, baby.
Oh, wow. Well done.
Why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet? Then we'll go out there, I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Thanks for the good times. Now I'm going to roll out there to my turnip truck and head through St. Louis Park.
You're just doing what you can.
See what happens, and go find some dry ice pond hockey. Alec, great job. Have a good day.
Always fun. Thank you.
Good luck, Nordo. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. Real quick, were you Rams or Hawks?
I would be New England for sure.
Yep.
But I'm undecided. Thing is, I don't have to be decided until 5:28 on Sunday.
There we go.
Why would you do that?
I like the Rams. I think the Rams and the Pats meet in the Super Bowl.
For the first time, huh?
Yeah, well, why do you care about an opinion of a boll weevil sitting on a stump bragging to a dog in heat?
Can't wait for the Colts.
If it's good news or money, leave a message.
Podcast today's Paul Allen Show or listen back to previous show and interviews by going to the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.